Coming up on Outdoor Oklahoma, extreme fishing at its best. Freezing temperatures, snow, and icy waters can't keep this group of friends away from the action. But will they fill the boat with blue cats? You're about to find out right now on Outdoor Oklahoma.
From the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife Conservation, Outdoor Oklahoma.
Thanks for joining us today on Outdoor Oklahoma. I'm Rachel Bradley with the King of Fish, Barry Bolton.
Hi, Rachel. Chief of Fisheries, I think.
Chief of Fisheries. All right. Today we're going to join our friends Spencer and Aaron with avid angler Tim Smith as they are on Call Lake for some blue cat. So, they're in some pretty extreme temperatures. I don't know if it's something I would want to do, but tell us why, Barry, that makes for a good fishing trip.
Wow, they looked cold out there, didn't they?
Freezing.
I think it was in the 30s, and it was even snowing for part of the trip. But no, blue catfish in the wintertime, Rachel, will congregate in pretty large groups, and it makes them a little easier to find and to catch in the wintertime.
Great. So what makes Call Lake such a good lake for fishing blue cat?
It's one of several that's really exploded recently. Call Lake has all the right conditions. I mean, it's the nutrients that come into the lake. It's very productive, and the blue catfish have really taken off there. We have several lakes in the state where fishery is pretty similar. Grand Lake, Lake Texoma, and if I was going to the southwest, I'd probably go to Lake Ellsworth.
Lake Ellsworth. All right, that's a pretty good list we've got.
Yeah.
So what are some of the management strategies that fisheries has used to produce such trophy fish?
Most of these lakes were stocked back in the 80s, so we're not currently stocking lakes now. The main issue there is this is a slow-growing fish. Blue catfish don't grow very fast, so what we want to do is try to protect those larger fish. The limit right now is 15 fish, and that's a combination of channel cats and blue cats, but only one blue cat can be over 30 inches.
Okay, I bet those are some good eating.
Those are the good ones, the big ones.
Yeah. Well, let's check out what Aaron and Spencer are doing with Tim Smith as they catch some blue cat.
And this morning, we're going blue cat fishing with Tim Smith. Tim, good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm doing fine.
Excellent. What are we going to do today, Tim?
We're going to catch some blue cat.
Are we now?
Yeah.
What's our method?
We can kind of show people how I catch shad and you know how to locate them on Fish Finder before you ever throw a net, and show them how to locate fish in this wintertime fishing. Actually, winter is the best time to be fishing right now. I mean, for blue cat, just in any lake.
Why is that, Tim?
They're easier to locate.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we're pretty excited. We're ready to go catch a few fish. Let's go. Do this. Guess I'll do the first one. Do it just before
9. I won't never start going for them unless I see some shad. And these white blips here in this dark area, see, this is a new
side imaging sonar. And these little white blips in that dark area, those are all shad. I won't fish unless I've got fresh shad. I mean, I might as well just stay home because you ain't gonna catch nothing if you ain't got fresh shad. All right, see right here, we're coming up on another little ball of them, but that's not near big enough to throw a net for. I'll try to get upwind of them and kind of drift back to them. See, they're right out in here, according to the fish finder. They're right there where I made that swirl right there with my boat motor.
It is cold. I believe the temperature is probably about 34, 35 right now. So hopefully we don't freeze before we start catching shad or catching fish.
Well, this is a regular old cast net. It's a 24-foot diameter, 12-foot radius. So it's a pretty big net. And the main thing you gotta do with these, you gotta grab hold of them right. You know, if you grab hold of them right, basically all you gotta do is just sling it. That's the net showing up right there on the side imaging sonar. It's already drifted over the shad, so I think I missed them almost completely. There's a couple. Net and tangle them brails up. I'll get more of that taco action.
Right here we've got gizzard shad. Primary bait fish in just about every impoundment in the state.
There's some other load. Did you get that, man?
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got bait.
Aha.
We can go fishing now.
Good. Sam?
The main problem in catfishing is locating the fish. And once you locate them, it's all downhill from there. A lot of people just go out and likely spot fish, and what I call likely spot fishing is just they go out and say this looks like a likely spot, and they'll sit there all day. And I'm a little bit more proactive than that. I don't like to fish unless there's actually fish down there. The easiest way to learn the bluecat's habits is to get on one lake and stay on it. For years, and then once you do that, you figure out what the weather has to do with the location of the fish and the conditions in general, like where the thermocline is and all that kind of stuff. See this natural, it's kind of an underwater point right here, and a lot of times that'll hold fish better than just a straight ledge right out in here. And see right here, you can see we've got shad from basically top to bottom, and what I'm doing is looking on this ridge right here for bluecat that's hanging out on this ledge. Let's see what I'm going to do is stay up here on top of the ledge and check it out and see if there's enough fish.
Today is December 22nd. We are on Call Lake. It's about 34, 35 degrees. Air temperature, wind chill is in the 20s. Water temperature is just above 40. It's basically really cold.
60% chance of snow?
Yes, we might be in for a little snow flurry. We are currently north of Call City between Coon Creek and Sarge on Call Lake. Call Lake is 17,000 acres. It's a relatively new lake in terms of the life of a lake. It was built in 1976 by the Corps of Engineers. In 1978, the biologist stocked one time 80,000 fingerlings, about 4 inches long bluecats. That was the only stocking. And today, this could be one of the best blue cat fisheries. I know it's the best in north central Oklahoma, and we're out here and we're gonna prove it. Spencer's known for just about everything from cooking to making hot chocolate to hunting and to fishing.
I might not know a lot, but I know how to stay warm.
And this is exactly how we're gonna stay warm today.
All right, now don't be eating my bait.
That's my favorite piece right there.
Now Tim, why are we using cut shad?
Because it works better than muddy water. Puts out more scent, and I'll show you what I do to increase the bite ratio. Is I do a drag and drop where I throw way out and then I slowly drag it back, and what that does is leaves a scent trail in the water. And if a blue cat detects that scent trail that I left, well, he'll track it down like an old coon dog.
So those blue cats, they have little sensories in their barbels where they can actually smell that cut shad.
Yeah, see, just doing that drag and drop will increase your bite ratio sometimes, you know, like 500%.
Yeah. Tim, tell us exactly what we're using here to catch these big blues.
Well, first of all, we ain't using near that big a hook. In the winter, you got to downsize your hooks quite a bit. And I was using these here a while back because the fish were biting real aggressively. And the way I tie this rig is I tie a swivel on the end of my main line here, and then I go ahead and peel off about probably 6 foot of that 50-pound test big game. And the reason I use such heavy line is because it takes a lot of abuse, and it also doesn't allow that to twist up very bad. Okay. Like if you was using light line, well, it would be twisted up all the time. But what I do is I put the hook on the line first after I cut off about 6 foot of it, and then I hook it on my shirt pocket, and then I put my float on there, and then I push it up as far as I can, and then I tie a dropper loop.
Okay.
So that you know, it's up there fairly close to the float. Then I drop down to about twice as long as what the dropper loop, the hook dropper loop is, and that way, you know, if you give it some slack, this rig some slack, it'll pull that bait straight up.
I see.
Now don't catch the hook, just grip it. He was already on there.
Oh, this is all you, buddy. Yeah, that looks about the fillet size.
Get that net out.
That's one.
That looks like a good one. What do you guys think?
About 8.5 to 9 pounds.
Just the right size.
All right, dunk him in the water.
Check the bait or leave it out.
Yeah, I need to check it.
Angler error. That looked like a channel when you flipped there. He'll eat. Nicely done. That means you're getting both of them. Man.
Just leave it there.
Spencer is doing work right now.
There's nothing on it.
Oh, no, he's not. Thought I was about to go 0 for 3. We're pulling in the baits and we're gonna relocate. We're gonna get a little bit shallower. We're sitting in about 4 foot of water right now. I think we're gonna move into 2 to see if we can get a little bit more action. Oh, it's getting hard to move my hands. I'm losing some dexterity because it's so cold that all the blood is moving closer to my heart to keep this warm, so it's hard to move my phalanges. I'm trying to.
What are you doing?
Trying to keep my blood flowing.
How are you doing that, Aaron?
Wish I could do that.
Maybe it's the wet butt.
You gotta keep the heart rate up. When Spencer caught 2 fish over there, he had 25% more chance than I did.
Hey,
Because he has an extra.
I'm strong enough to be on the right side of the boat.
He has an extra rod. It is just now started to snow. A few light flurries have begun to fall. That's not going to stop us. No, not this day. Now there's a few flakes.
Can you get them on your tongue, Aaron? I'm not having any luck. Oh, there's one. Got it.
Yeah, 3 days away from Christmas. Snow flying. We could have a white Christmas.
For me. Hold it out that way.
Did you see the rod tip go down? I did.
What happened?
I think just because we're drifting a little bit, this one pole hadn't been moving at all, and all of a sudden it just goes whoop. I thought I had one, but I think it's just dragging on the bottom. Well, it's not every day we get to go fishing with your best friend, and today I've got Spencer Grace. He's a game warden for the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife here in Kay County. And Spencer, tell us about the rules and regulations of bluecat fishing.
Well, just like statewide on call, you can keep 15 blues and channels a day. It's an aggregate, so a lot of people, you know, especially those bigger channel cat, who really can't tell the difference between the channels and the blues.
Okay.
But keep 15 fish a day, and only one can be 30 inches or longer.
Only 30 inches.
Yeah.
It's
So,
a management strategy. Try
well,
to save the big ones.
it's amazing that this bluecat fishery is as good as it is. It just shows how fertile this lake is. You know, it's the first major impoundment on the Arkansas River, so lots of shad. So they never go hungry here.
Oh no. That was not a fish. Well, we came out, we gave it a valiant effort, but due to the wind chill and the snow and the sleet, we decided to call it a little bit early.
Sorry, guide.
Oh, we wasn't a sorry guide. We had a pretty good trip. We got a few fish in the boat, but we're just a little too cold to stick it out any longer. Thanks for helping us today.
I second that emotion.
Thanks for taking us fishing. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I had a blast too. Huh?
Thanks for taking us out, Tim.
It was my pleasure.
Let's go get warm.
Yeah,
Maybe
do that.
Find a bowl of chili.
Warm lunch.
Wow, Barry, it looks like those boys learned a lot from Tim Smith.
Tim looks like a pro, doesn't he?
He does. So why might you take an avid bluecat angler with you?
Some of these techniques are pretty specific, and so it makes a lot of sense before you get out on the water that you're going to get some information from either a guide, like they did in this case, but you could also get some information from our website or publications that the Wildlife Department puts out.
Awesome. So tell me, do most people fish for the trophy or for the bluecat to eat?
I think that's a pretty simple answer. Most people like to eat fried catfish.
Yes, it's great for family gatherings.
Yes, it is.
Have a freezer full and just keep it ready.
Yes, I think you're right.
Well, thank you, Barry. Now, take a look at the Outdoor News Report. Now we're going to take a look at some underwater video by one of our department employees. Barry, what does Brandon do for the department?
Brandon's one of my fisheries technicians, actually in charge of the stream program, but he's also gotten into recently a lot of underwater photography.
And been even on National Geographic, right?
Yes, he has.
That's too cool. Well, so what are these blue cat doing in the video?
Well, this video, I think what you're going to see is blue cats are piscivorous is what we call it, but a lot of people think of them as being bottom feeders, but in fact they're really not. I mean, they're eating fish as the bulk of their diet.
So they're eating shad, and I mean, it shows they're quite predatory,
Yes,
right?
They are very predatory.
Great. Well, let's take a look.